Hello and good day to all. My name is Nabil Aiman, and today's Malaysian Studies 2, I'll be presenting Assignment 2, topic Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad. Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad is a Malaysian politician, author, and doctor who served as the fourth and seventh Prime Minister of Malaysia. He held the office from the year 1981 to 2003 and later from the year 2018 to 2020, February 2020, for a cumulative total of 24 years, making him the largest serving Prime Minister of Malaysia. So, what can I say about Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad? Well, I would say his contributions to Malaysia is quite big. He has 4 contributions from Malaysia that I can tell you about. The first one is industrialization. Industrializing. So his industrialization, through his economic politics, Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad managed to steer Malaysia away from agriculture and to the highest earning industrial sector since the 1980s to the 1990s, which saw Malaysia's exporting manufactured goods such as computers and television. His second thing Dr. Tun Mahathir contribute to Malaysia is Malaysia's incorporated. Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad introduced this concept to set guidance for the business and the private sectors to work together to develop this country, Malaysia, and he saw a cooperation as a vital success for our very nation. The third thing that Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad did for Malaysia is none other than our national car. And our national car, Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad realized the creation of Malaysia's first natural car, as you guys know, is Proton. It came out in the year 1980s through the technology sharing arrangement with one company, and that company is Mitsubishi. Proton and Mitsubishi, they are shared arrangement and it became Proton today by Mitsubishi. And the final thing that Dr. Tun Mahathir's contribution, which he has done for Malaysia, is Vision 2020. What is Vision 2020? Oh, Vision 2020. In the year 1991, Dr. Mahathir introduced Vision 2020, a set of goals for this country to strive towards its effort to become a developed nations by the year 2020. So yeah. So he had a vision, he had a set of goals for our country to strive towards and his efforts to become the developed nation. From 1990, he said that from the year 1991 for 2020, 4 years ago. And what can I say? Tun Mahathir, he has a word of wisdom, his value, his lessons, his iconic quotes. One of his iconic quotes you can see here, he has 5 famous iconic quotes. But today I will read them all 5 quotes that he did. All 4 is in English, and the first one is Malay. So the first one, as you can see, Tun Mahathir said, kemerdekaan kita adalah kemerdekaan yang sebenar. Bukan kemerdekaan setengah masa yang mana desa negeri ditentukan oleh orang ASEAN. Rakyat bebas menentukan kepimpinan negeri ini dan bukan kuasa luar yang menentukan. And he said this first quote in August 2002. Following for the second quote, he said, "We have constantly and tirelessly worked to strengthen our nation's unity and to take immediate action to curb tendencies that could work against the nation's interests. No one Again, no one should have narrowed the viewpoint and accused the government to try to destroy the culture and language of any race. Anyways, in reality, it is only Malaysia that is the interest of all races, safeguarded and financed by the government. And he said this in the year 2003. The next, he said, the third one, he said, corruption. Corruption is a function of the culture of the people, their value system, of the people's value system. Okay? When people have no sense of shame and their greed overcomes their judgment, overcomes their better judgment, corruption just cannot be stopped. No amount of explanation about the destructive effort of corruption would be any of use. And he says this. He said this in the year 2009. Next, he said, the fourth thing he said, the weakness of today may be the strength of tomorrow. And the step back of today may means many step forward tomorrow. Many step forward tomorrow, okay? All is always with us. If only we exert ourselves to help others, and help ourselves. That was his quote. That was his fourth quote and his iconic quotes and words of wisdom. Last but not least, the fifth, by all means, convince us by the power of persuasion, but do not convince us by persuasion of your power. Please do not intimidate. Please do not impose. Please, for God's sakes, do not dictate. And that was his fifth quote, words of wisdoms and the value and lesson. And he said that, final one, in the year 18th October 1999 at Singapore. So yes, that's the 5 iconic quotes and words of wisdom, values and lesson that our former Prime Minister, our long-serving Prime Minister of 24 years, has said to this day. And it is one of the most iconic quotes and importance that us Malaysians should know. And that today, ladies and gentlemen, is my topic of interest and my topic I chose about Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad. Again, Dr. Tun Mahathir bin Mohamad. I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you so much for listening. And you have a lovely day.